When the world least expected it, Prince Harry broke his silence with words that carried far beyond palace walls, revealing a deeply personal struggle shaped by identity, pressure, and the cost of choices made in pursuit of freedom. He admitted that he once envisioned bringing his wife and children back to the UK, yet now faced the painful reality that they might miss out on everything his homeland once meant to him. Speaking candidly, he emphasized that his decisions were driven by the need to protect his mental health, as well as that of his wife Meghan Markle and their son Archie, explaining that he could see the direction things were heading and felt compelled to act. What began as a reflective conversation soon turned into a moment that stunned both supporters and critics, as Harry described a time when he no longer recognized himself, realizing that what he believed to be freedom had at times felt more like a cage. The remark, simple yet powerful, quickly spread across social media, sparking intense analysis and debate, with many interpreting it as a deeply personal admission rather than a vague philosophical statement. Behind the scenes, sources suggested that this moment was not sudden but the result of mounting pressure over time, particularly as professional setbacks and diverging priorities between Harry and Meghan began to surface. While Meghan continued to pursue high-profile projects and maintain control over their public narrative, Harry reportedly longed for a quieter, more private life, growing increasingly exhausted by the constant demands of being a public figure. Insiders described him as feeling like a spokesperson, a shield, and a symbol, roles he had carried for years under the belief that he was protecting his family, only to now question whether he had been losing himself in the process. As he watched his former life in the UK continue without him, with his family moving forward and the monarchy adapting, he appeared caught between two worlds, neither fully free nor fully grounded. The fallout from his candid remarks reportedly triggered immediate concern behind closed doors, with efforts made to manage the narrative and prevent further unscripted moments, yet the impact of his words proved impossible to contain. Observers noted a shift in his public demeanor, describing him as more withdrawn, reflective, and distant, with even close friends recognizing a change in his once outgoing personality. He reportedly expressed a surprising longing for invisibility, a stark contrast to his current life filled with contracts, media attention, and constant scrutiny. Over time, his silence began to speak louder than any statement, as he distanced himself from Hollywood circles and reconnected with people from his past, seeking grounding and a sense of identity that felt increasingly lost. At the same time, Meghan was said to be working to regain control of their public image through strategic responses and media outreach, though public perception appeared harder to influence than before. Within their private lives, tension reportedly grew, not in dramatic outbursts but in a quiet, persistent strain, as Harry became more introspective and deliberate. Those close to him suggested that this was not a breakdown but a reassessment, a gradual awakening to the realization that the life he was living might not fully belong to him. This shift, subtle yet profound, raised deeper questions about the balance between love, loyalty, and personal identity, and whether the pursuit of freedom had come at a cost he had not fully understood at the time. As speculation continues, one thing remains clear: Harry's words marked a turning point, not because they provided answers, but because they revealed a man beginning to question everything, and once such questions surface, they rarely fade quietly.